My name is Mika Poutola and this is Speedskating Secrets.
I match the brand, that's the most important thing. I drink Red Bull, that's the first question. Do you drink Red Bull? And then we started to make plans. How can we help you in your sport? Like, do you need stuff? Do you want to be in the wind tunnel testing suits, or do you want to? How can we help you?
So enjoy and learn. Welcome. My guest today is a dad. That's the most important thing. He has won 46 World Cup medals and 9 World Championship medals. One of the coolest speed skaters out there. Welcome to the show, Kjeld Nuis.
Thank you, Mika. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Thanks for doing this. I was really hoping to get you to the interview, and I'm sure that a lot of people will get something out of this.
Good. Nice to hear. I really hope that too.
Let's go straight to the point. Let's begin by tell me something about your family. How was your family when you grew up?
My family. I was born in Leiden. It's a really nice city. I love it, and I kind of grew up with skating. I started really young when I saw it on television, and then I really needed to do that too. And my dad bought me some skates. I think I was like 3 years old or something. And then we lived close to a golf track, and there was a little water around, and I skated that, and my dad clocked my time. Like, it was really like that. And then the next day I needed other skates because I needed to go faster. And then we moved to Zoeterwoude, the place is called. My parents didn't like the city that much. They wanted to live more outdoors. So they call it het groene hart. It was like a bit of nature and So about the skating, when I walked out of my backyard, I could just step on the frozen water when it was winter. So that's how it looked.
Oh, that's nice. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yeah, I have one brother. He's 3 years younger than me. He's he's a really creative boy. He makes clothes and designing stuff. So
oh wow,
yeah, different stuff.
That's nice. So is that where you got all that like fancy clothing and your fashion? Like, you're so cool.
Maybe a part. No, I'm not that creative. No, he's really into the designing stuff and make things like okay. And first it was like, it's not really my thing, you know. But I've been to a few shows that he's when he's designing stuff for boys and girls, and I'm proud of him.
Did you do any different sports as a child?
Yeah, I did athletics when I was 8, I think, 8 or 10. What did I do? Gymnastics, yeah. And I did inlineskating for my whole childhood. Yeah, stopped a few years ago when it was like a bit too tricky. If I break something, then I'm out of the competition. So I stopped that.
Do you think it's beneficial for any like top athlete to be like really to do like many different sports as a kid?
Yeah, I think it's really good. And the most important thing is to have fun in what you do. So I did everything I liked, and for speed skating, I still like the sport. Of course, it's my job too, and I make money with it. But that's okay. But I really love to do it every day. And when I was young, I already liked the competition, but the most important thing was just the movements. I think you can agree with that. And the rest was okay. Athletics, it was okay, and gymnastics was okay, but I didn't have that feeling with it, so that I needed to do it.
So that's why you chose speed skating over those different sports.
Yeah, because the other sports I liked to do, but I felt it was not like my passion, or if you call it like that. And I think inline skating was a little bit the same, but it has more to do with I think a culture. I made a lot of friendships in it, and in my spare time or after school or in my holidays, there's nothing better to do than I just woke up, open the curtains, sun is shining. Okay, where do we skate today? You know, and that's so awesome. And if you have a group of guys and just skate all day and there, or go with train or go with a car to, yeah, that's awesome. But for skating, there's a lot of discipline needed, especially when you get better, and you wanted to be better. And I really like that too. So then I needed to make a choice. Yeah.
Who were your idols back then?
My idols. When I was really young, it was Rientje Ritsma, Gianni Roma. When I got a little bit older, I think Shawnee Davis was one of my favorites. Really liked his technique in the corners and how he skated. So smooth but so fast. Yeah, I think Shawnee.
So what like qualities those guys had that you wanted to be like them?
When I was really young and was like fan of Rientje Ritsma, it was just I think it was just the skating, like how he skated, but also how he was on the podium. He was like a Dutch hero back then, and I just wanted to be on the podium and do this like that, and I don't know, it was just a feeling, and I wanted that too.
I think one of the most important like motivation that you can get yourself is to think about the feeling that you get when you win, when you like succeed.
Yeah, that's it.
So at what point in your life you realized that you want to be a professional speed skater?
I think really early. I think when I started, I already said I want to become world champion one day. But then it's just a dream. And like how it went, I started skating at a club. The IVL is called, in Leiden, when I was 7. They organized a school competition from all schools of South Holland, and I've won, so I became a member. And then you started training twice a week or 3 times a week, and then you came in the selection, and then in Jong Oranje, and then it was not from one day to another. It was just we had a pretty good group also, with a lot of good guys and girls. So but it was really early that I wanted to be a professional skater. Yeah.
When you were younger, what kind of bad habits did you have that you had to change to become like a professional skater?
Yeah, skating is not a bad habit, but when you are a lot of days on like inline skate parks or skate tracks, there's a lot of guys only hanging out there or taking drugs and smoking, and I did that sometimes. So not all the time, but I knew in the back of my head, like everything, when you started to become a good skater and you need to do or don't things for your sport. I find it difficult to don't do that kind of thing, because I really like that too, and I like the company and I like the hanging out, but then it was for the better not to do it. Yeah, especially on like high school, when the rest of my friends are like Friday night when the week was done. Okay, where are we going tonight? And I'm like, I need to train, and afterwards I go to bed, like that. And the week after, I was like, hey, you coming with us or you're not? No, I have competition in the weekend, so I'm not going. Okay, and then they're like from one day to another day, they don't even ask you anymore. You're like, oh, he has training, or he has, and that's a difficult thing for a sportsman, I think.
So was it really hard for you to decide which way you are going, or was it like really obvious already back then in high school that this is the things that I need to sacrifice to be a world champion one day?
It was not always easy, but the choice, I had enough motivation to not do anything that was not good for my sport. Yeah, so it was not that hard. No.
What is your morning rituals when you wake up nowadays?
When I wake up nowadays, it's making a bottle of milk for my baby. But yeah, I have breakfast. I eat yogurt with muesli, and then most of the time we eat with the three of us, my girlfriend and Jax, and then I kiss him goodbye and I go to Tialf, do my training, get back, and most of the time he's asleep then, taking a nap, and then what I do. If I got a second training, it's or biking or doing weights or jumps or anything. And if I don't have training, go to the shop, buy groceries, or do. We live close to a really cool zoo. Yeah, it's the biggest of Holland, so it's really nice to walk through. And now he recognizes animals, and so it's really like it's something, but it's really close by, so you can do it really easily. Yeah, it's fun. And or go to the city center and just have a cup of coffee, that stuff, and then have dinner and then watch Netflix all night.
Do you feel that you can live just a normal family life even though you are like pretty big celebrity in Netherlands?
Yeah, I can live a normal life. Yeah, it's I live in a small town called Emmen. So everybody know each other, but now I lived there for 3 years, and yeah, a lot of people know me and say hi. But that's just nice. It's not like I want to have a picture, or just sometimes, and that's fun. Yeah.
You told us a little bit about what are you eating for breakfast, but how is your nutrition look like? Are you really strict on your diet, and what do you eat normally?
I'm not that strict to a diet. I eat a lot. I eat, just a lot. And I make sure that I don't go to McDonald's every week. But besides that, I eat everything. Yeah.
How did your life change when you had your baby Jax?
I think I'm pretty lucky with how my life is. How my life is right now, and how it has been with him born, and how he sleeps. That's really important. He started very early with like sleeping the whole night through, and nowadays when I wake up and get dressed, he's still asleep. So then I go downstairs, making him a bottle of milk, and then I go back up, and then he hears me. And then I take him out of bed, and then he's smiling, and then it's like 8 o'clock or 8:30. So that's really nice. There's also another side, but then I'm a lot of days in a year I'm not there, and if she's struggling with him or him being not that happy, that's the hard part, like getting her to. It's gonna be alright, or this just a phase, or and then she has all the troubles and I have all the fun stuff, that's different. Yeah.
Do you guys have like a lot of help for your girlfriend when you are out of town?
Sometimes my parents live pretty far away, but her parents live like just one village further, like 10 kilometers. He goes there or they're going there every Friday. Then they're free, and then they're taking care of Jax or doing something fun with him. And she's still studying. When she has to go to university, he's going to what's it called, daycare. Yeah, and that's like 200 meters from our house. So yeah, she has their help, but most of the time she's taking care of him.
Do you think having a child is a disadvantage to professional athlete?
Depends how you're dealing with it. Yeah, I think. Well, if you see the statistics, I tried for 7 years to become world champion, and he is born, and I won 2 world champion titles. So for me, it was really good. But yeah, if it's not going smooth or it's not going easily, or he has his troubles, yeah, depends how you're handling. If you're stressed, like, oh man, I can't sleep, or he's crying, oh I need to take care of him, I can't train. Yeah, it's not gonna work out for you. But on the other hand, I'm pretty stressed already by myself if I'm like getting sick, or I'm really making everything bigger for myself, every tiny problem. But when you get a kid, he's the most important thing in the world, so you need to take care of him, and then your problems are not that big, they're getting smaller. So I think that helps me as an athlete to put things in perspective.
We rarely speak about our girlfriends or wives, and about them, how much they have to do sacrifices because of our sport, and especially when we have kids. What kind of sacrifices did Jill has to do for you?
Well, she's pretty outgoing. Like she has a lot of friends, and when I met her at a party, at a festival. So and she really likes that, and I think be impulsive. That's what you lose if you are like a mom and the dad is not at home, and you cannot just say, oh, tonight I'll do this. With you have to make plans, and you lose your your freedom, as you can call it. Yeah, I think for her the thing she needs to sacrifice is if you want to have like stay up late with a glass of wine, watch a movie till it doesn't like 3 in the morning. It doesn't matter, and for me it matters that I get enough sleep. So or she's out with her girlfriends and she wants to bring her boyfriend. Nah, I cannot come, and all the girls have her boyfriend. That's not nice. But yeah, then I say to her, okay, this is not how my life is gonna be for my entire life, and in 4 years I'm gonna be in the club too. So yeah.
Do you ever think that speed skating is not worth it when you have to be so much away from your family? Because I sometimes do.
Sometimes I hate it too, to be away so much. But then I really think about why is it? Why do we have to be away? Like I can also train like at home, and then I bike for 3 hours, and then I come back home and have dinner together and just be home. And I also think like that, but I most of the time like see the bigger picture, and then I can understand what it's good for. But I agree that especially in the summer, when you have World Cup races or World Championships, and that's far away, and you need to race that, sure, you have to be there, so you're not at home. And then it's for me it's no problem. And for my girlfriend, she really likes speed skating also. And before me, she also were watching the races on television. So that's good. And for her, it's also easier in the winter because, and she's all into that as well. And she's almost as nervous as me when I race. So that's really different when I'm not there. If you compare that to the summer, because I'm going 2 weeks to Italy to just train, and I'm there on the beach, and I'm there. Yeah, and then you have more time to think. Oh, what are they doing? Oh, we go to the swimming pool, or we go. Yeah, and I'm here. So, and everything I do there, I can do at home. So that's really, it's more difficult than to be away from your family. Yeah.
Last 6 years, you have been on the podium in 1,000-meter World Cup overall rankings. What makes you so consistent in your skating?
I think the 1,000 is really, it's really my distance, you know, because I'm not a pure sprinter. I'm not an all-round skater. I'm a mid-distance specialist with a really high speed, and I can just go all out from the beginning. And for the pure sprinter, 1,000 is pretty far, as you might know. When you go full sprint, it's really long. But for me, I have my highest speed a little later than you. And I can just go all out, and then with a really good second lap, I can skate to a really good time. And sometimes for me, 1,500 is also perfect, but sometimes a little bit too far, and the 500 is a little bit too short. So yeah, 1,000's perfect. And inner lane, outer lane, I can just go and yeah, I really feel how you need to put a really good race down. Yeah.
This last summer you did some cycling races too. Is cycling something that you do a lot in your summer training?
Yeah. And when I was younger, I really hated cycling. I did it a lot on my own. Or the only time I like it is when I was on summer holiday in the mountains in France with my dad. It was really nice. It was warm. It was but yeah, for training 3 hours, I'm like, when I saw my schedule, 3 hours, no way, I'm not doing that. I'm not just cycling around the house like, what am I doing? But yeah, the city where I live now in Emmen, there are a lot of cyclists, and I joined the club, the NWVG. It's from the guy who make our suits, Bert van der Tuuk. And yeah, there was around my neighborhood a lot of guys that I can go with, and yeah, they said just start cycling, man. It's really nice. And then I really like the culture and the competition in the summer. That's really nice when you can just go there. Go to the start line and people are just chatting. Okay, good luck and blah 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 blah. Hey, what'd you do last night? Okay, we go. Okay, and then it's so much fun. And besides that, it's really good. It's really good for training because it's like intervals for 3 hours, and then sometimes it's not even fun how fast they are going. But you need to keep up, otherwise you lose. And that's really good for my 1,500 also. Yeah.
Were you not afraid that you might crash and get injured?
Yeah, sometimes I do, but I'm really competitive, so I don't even think about it. No, I don't even think about it. I'm just, if I see a gap and I need to go, yeah.
Dutch media can be really hard on you sometimes. How that makes you feel?
They can be hard, but yeah, then it's your own fault. It's really like that. If that's the same with pressure. If you get a lot of if everybody thinks you're gonna, like, for instance, last year I won every 1,000 World Cup, and then at a World Championship everybody believed, okay, Nuis is getting a gold medal, 1,000. I felt a lot of pressure, but then I thought, okay, I deserve this pressure because I won everything, and now I really have to do it here. So it's how you're dealing with that, and sometimes difficult, when you fail. So last weekend, the national championships, I sucked, and then 1,000 was pretty good, but my 1,500 was not good. Then they're starting asking questions, and then I just have to tell how I feel or how I did, and I did that 100% honest, and they're giving compliments for that. So it's how you're dealing with it.
What do you do when you face some challenges or some disappointments? What do you do after that?
Sometimes I can be pretty emotional, or mad, or sometimes I get mad. Sometimes I get like, whoa, what did I do? And then it's a hard lesson.
And how do you get over that feeling?
I think talking. When I was younger and I screwed up, I hit something in the locker room or something, but it doesn't help. And now I talk about it. Talk about how did I feel before the race, during the race, and I think that's the only way.
Who do you talk to?
The girlfriend's always the first. She calls me right after. Like not right after, because she knows I won't pick up. Maybe 20 minutes, half an hour. And a lot of people are always like, oh man, it's bad. Next time it will be all right. But it doesn't help. Sometimes you need it's called like a kick under the butt or something. And just be a little hard on yourself. And that's the only way. Like if you for instance, the national championship last weekend, 1,500 was like and then it really needs to happen on 1,000. So come on, man, you can do better than this. Come on, and just go for it. You didn't even try on the 1,500 like that. And I started to get mad and you can feel like the fire burning, and then you have a good race. Otherwise, just don't start.
This podcast has no sponsors, but I do want to ask you, how did you get Red Bull to be your sponsor? Because like speedskating is, in my mind, it's not that like extreme or really cool sport, and Red Bull is all about that. How did you find that sponsor?
Well, they find me. I after 2011, when I won my first World Championship medal, silver on 1,000. I started to get in contact, and I think they like my personality or how I was expressing myself, and then I had a really nice conversation and a nice visit at the office. They liked my my hobbies and how I was looking to my sport, and I do think speed skating is an extreme sport. But besides that, they do a lot of extreme sport, but they also focusing in Holland on the mainstream sports, because in this type of sports they don't have a lot of expression, and we have a big audience. We come on national television, and I match the brand. That's the most important thing. I drink Red Bull. That's the first question. Do you drink Red Bull? And I think for my... I didn't drink it back then, like during races or before races. I only drank it when I was skating. And then we started to make plans. How can we help you in your sport? Like, do you need stuff? Do you want to be in the wind tunnel testing suits, or do you want to? How can we help you? Can we do some cool events? like 3 years ago, I started like Kjeld's Vliegende Start. I didn't know if you see it. It's like an event, like a team pursuit / mass start, and then they're following. It's for kids. Like this podcast is for kids to show how the speedskating life is. And Kjeld Vliegende Start is to welcome kids to the sport, and it's a fun way to get a really nice competition, and people can skate with me. And when I was young, I really would have loved to skate behind another famous skater. So then we made the possibility to do that, and now I'm gonna do that every season after my races. So that's just this is one thing. I did a project with a 360 camera bowl a few years ago, and after this season I'm gonna do something really big. That's gonna be global.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. I think Red Bull is one of those sponsors that like they just make huge things, and it's so cool. Because you are a role model for a lot of younger skaters, like you just said, does it make you act differently? Do you think more how you behave?
No, I don't think so. No. Maybe if I want to do something really stupid, then I have to think twice. But besides that, no, I'm just being myself most of the time. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kjeld, for being yourself. Tell people where they can find you in social media.
Social media is just my front name and my family name, Kjeld Nuis. On Instagram, on Facebook. That's is easy.
Nice. Thank you so much again, and I'll hope you very successful year.
Yeah, has been fun. I hope I hope this reaches a lot of people, and for all those young kids, just follow your dreams and do whatever makes you happy.
So one more thing before you go. Please share it with your friends and leave a review wherever you listen.